the X variable in this case?
Like the number of days.
Days bird watching. It
Days
might want to be a little more specific. And it's always increases. And then we say, and this is the Y variable. What's the Y variable?
The black hooded, the bird.
Yeah.
The number of times they see it.
The black hooded parakeets seen. And does it go up or down? Is it increases or decreases?
It's going up.
Yeah. Your teacher is looking for these words: increases, decreases, and then the variables.
Mhm.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Clear? All right. You will be asked to write a sentence. All right. Use the graph to make a conjecture. So conjecture is like a guess, if you will, about what's going on. I'm going to grab the graph here again. Back in the days when I used to work in engineering, we used to call it a swag.
Mhm. For what does that mean? Like,
it's a scientific wild ass guess. So you used to come in and say, well, we'll just make a swag. And like, what's a swag? Guy comes in and says, well, here's what it is. So you're looking at this number right here, the 18th day. Excuse me. You come up on 18, hit the curve, hit the line, and you bounce left. And how many? About 12. Yeah. So you might say the word like roughly. You never want to say exactly.
Yeah.
Estimate 12. You put yourself in a corner when you say, make absolute statements.
Right.
Yeah, like the University of Arizona is going to make the Final Four. And we saw how that went this year.
Very unfortunate.
Very unfortunate, yeah. All right, label 2 points on the line of best fit. My recommendation is to always pick points that are on the grid. They've got to be where they intersect. Like that one there is really good. Be where kind of the crosshairs hit. They can be really close or really far apart. It really doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
So whatever you pick, though, you got to be committed to. So we're going to label those 2, 4, and then 14, 10. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I'm guessing we're going to find the slope. Looky there, we're going to find the slope. Okay. Do you remember the slope formula?
Yeah.
All right.
Y2 over Y1 over X2 minus X1. So 14 over 4. Or 14 minus 4.
Well, you got to be careful. This is X1, Y1, X2, Y2. I'm going to write the formula again.
10 minus 4.
Yeah. Can you go ahead and work that all the way out and simplify as much as possible?
It reduces down to 1 over 2.
Good. And that's consistent with the graph here.
Yeah.
You don't want to overthink it. Like if it goes up and then right, in this case, it goes up 2 and right 4. That becomes 1/2. Okay, good. All right. Now, the more important thing is the interpret the meaning. And the meaning is the variables, the unit variables. So it's the units of Y over the units of X. So it's 1/2 birds per day, per 2 days.
Got it. 1/2 birds
per day, but it's really like 1 bird every 2 days more that you're seeing. Have you ever wondered how they know whether it's a different bird that they're seeing each day or if they're just seeing the same ones over and over again?
How do they tell?
I don't know.
Oh, no,
I mean, that's sort
I
of
have no
a,
idea.
these are questions I ask that nobody has the
Yeah,
answers.
that seems sort of hard to be able to tell.
Yeah, right. But that's not what they're asking for, so we'll just keep going, pretend like it doesn't have matter. So we are now asked to write the equation of the line in point slope form. So point slope form is y minus y1 mx minus x1. Kind of looks like you have to memorize this in preparation for your quiz.
Mhm.
The requirements for point slope are a point and a slope, hence the name. You just calculated the slope,
1/2.
1/2. Your point, you can use either of the points. You can either use the one here or the one here, or even another one that's on the line, but I would recommend just using one of the ones that was given. We'll pick the 2, 4. So it's 1/2, 2 comma 4. The 2 is the x1, the 4 is the y1. So this is y minus 4 equals 1/2 x minus 2.
Wow, I see. Okay.
All right, now that is the point slope form. There's nothing more to do. It's totally done. For slope intercept form, that's y equals mx plus b. That's another thing to remember. So you got that slope equation up above. Now you've got 2 more equations of a lines. A couple things to remember here. Your slope is given. Your b value is not. So what you can actually do here is you can actually just, well, there's a couple ways. You can actually just solve for y.
Solve for y, or there's 2.
Well, it's kind of like this. You could also write the slope in here and then use an x and a y to solve for b.
Okay.
Okay, so that's up to you. Do you have a preference here? I mean, either way is good. I'm just
Let's
asking.
solve for y.
Okay, so to do that on the left here, you distribute the 1/2.
Yeah.
1/2 x minus 1. And then you add the 4 to both sides.
Add the 4, right? And then
So
you
there-
get 3 on the right.
Yes, 1/2 x plus 3.
Got it.
I think we got plenty of time here. Why don't we just show that it's exactly the same if you go the other way. So to do the other way, you need a point, you need an x and a y. So let's just say you use this 4, 2 again. 4 equals 1/2 times 2 plus b. 4 equals 1 plus b. Subtract 1. B is equal to 3. Notice that's exactly the same as what we have down here. So your choice, dealer's choice here, whatever way you see it. There's not a wrong way to do it. You got to pick and say, okay, I got it.
Got it.
All right, so number 7 here. What is the y-intercept of the line? Write as an ordered pair. So either one of these, the equation is y equals 1/2 x plus 3. Which of these is the b value, the intercept?
The 3.
Yes. Okay, now it says to write as an ordered pair. It's like, what does that mean? Well, when x is 0, y is 3.
Yeah. So that counts. You just put a 0 there.
Yes. All right, now the interpret the meaning is going back to the graph and being like, well, what does that even mean on day 0? So day 0, I guess, is like the moment you get there, you immediately see three birds.
So, wait, hold on. Okay, I see where we are. Right.
So you have to say something like when the people arrive or when they start bird watching, they see three birds.
This is for number 8 or?
The meaning, interpret the meaning.
Oh, okay. Got it. When the people arrive. All right, got that.
All right, so the next problem here, 8, it says to make a conjecture, make a guess. They really mean like, they really are trying to say, use the equation. They say that use the equation to determine how many birds they saw on the 18th day. So on the 18th day, when X is 18, and you have an equation because you just calculated it, you're putting 18 in for X.
Put it in. All right, got it.
So go ahead and can you do that for us and give the value there, please?
And then would I multiply the 1/2 by 18?
Yes.
So 9 plus 3 is 12.
Yeah, so there's 12. They expect to see 12 birds on the 18th day. If we go back to the graph just to see if that's even reasonable, is that pretty reasonable there? On 18,
Yeah.
they're going to see 12. Now, the more we're not sure about, but on the 44th day, when X is 44, how many might they see? So it's the same idea. You're putting that value in for X and simplifying.
Got it. $25.
Yeah, 25. And we can't really verify that on the graph. We can just sort of, because the graph, it extends out, we'd have to go out and sort of, see if that,
Only guess.
yeah,
Educated.
yes, we're making our best estimate there, and we've shown our work.
Mhm.
So it looks like page 2 is really similar. It's just a different scenario, but it's the exact same list of questions. Might be good for you to try a bit more of this without my help. But
Yeah, I can
we'll
do this
see.
another time.
Well, I mean, we've got time now. I mean,
Oh,
what
were you saying I do it and then we check answers?
well, what I meant is like,
Yeah,
I'll let you, and if you have questions, please ask, but see if you can.
All right, so for number 9, be negative, pretty strong.
Okay.
So it's comic books left and days.
Yes.
As the number of days continues.
Don't use that word. Use the word increases.
Oh, yeah, as the number of days increases, the total supply of books decreases.
So you maybe be a little more specific, say the comic
Comic
books.
books
Yeah, and it does say that he's selling them. Like, you don't want to be
are
so,
sold.
yes, that might be a little better. As days increased, the number of comic books number of comic books decreased.
All right.
They are grading you as much on the increase decrease as they are just, reasonableness. They want to see that there's some understanding of the physical scenario.
Mhm.
All right, so for a problem like 11, you're making, well, this one actually you can tell me.
Right
There's
around
probably,
20.
yes. And around 20 is good. You don't want to say, exactly, unless you're for sure. So that's good. All right, number 12 is to label 2 points on the graph. Go ahead and give me those as an ordered pair. Each of those is an ordered pair, please.
Two comma 70, 7 comma 20.
All right, I like those. And I think next part here is to determine the slope. Yep. And then, so 13 is the slope. I'll let you calculate that for us.
-10 over 1.
-10. So what does that mean? It says to interpret, and it's like units of y over units of x. When it's negative, you want to say something about it decreasing. What is actually decreasing in this scenario?
The sales of, or the stock of books.
Okay, so like this person, Sydney, has a comic book collection. And what is happening every day? Because that's the units of x. Every day, what's happening? What does this -10 mean?
She's selling more.
How many? We can be
10
more
more,
specific.
-10
10 more.
more, 10 more.
So we could say the amount of comic books or amount of comics decreases at a rate of 10 per day.
Mhm.
They're looking for more than just goes down by 10. They want a little bit more with the X units and the Y units in there.
All right.
Any questions up before we move on?
No, yeah, I got that down. All right, this next one's about point slope.
Yes, this one's 14 is got to know the point slope form. Y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. You can use the given slope and then you pick a point.
Yeah, I'm gonna use 2 comma 70.
Okay. You do not have to simplify. That's the common misunderstanding is
Wait, for 2 comma 70, does the 70 go by the y1?
yes.
Okay, I messed that part up.
So that it's x1, y1. Sometimes it's good to write that down. Y minus 70 equals negative 10, x minus 2.
Yeah, I have that, and I almost have it solved. Hold on.
All right,
Y
and that's
equals negative
no,
10x plus 2.
this is good. You're doing the next part. Like that's point slope form. You're
Oh,
stopping right there.
oh, okay, sweet.
To go to the other form, you can keep going away, but you got to know when to stop. You got to know, okay, that's it. I'm done with that. Don't have to go any further. So yeah, you do need to keep going here. Maybe I misunderstood. It sounded like you would maybe already did. If you have, you just
Yeah,
give me
I
that.
got
What's the
y
final?
y equals minus 10x plus 50.
When you distribute the negative 10, it becomes plus 20. You have to distribute that negative 10 to both.
Right. Okay, so this is really 90.
Plus 90. Yeah. It also needs to look like the graph. So when I say that, if you went back and look at your graph, does it hit at 50?
No.
It hits up more
Yeah.
likely it's closer to 90. All right. The next thing here is the y-intercept as an ordered pair.
Wait, for this one, can you remind me? I would just, okay, so I can pick my y point 2 comma 70. So,
Well, it's where it hits the y-axis.
oh, like 90.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, hold on. Right, as an ordered pair. Okay, so 0 comma 90.
Yes. Very good.
All right. 16. Use your equation to make it. 20 books left or left on the second day or on the 7th day.
That's right. So you're putting that value in the equation and it's 20. Good. And then last one here is when do you think there will be no comic books left? So this time you're setting the entire equation equal to 0. That means that y is 0.
Okay. So right at 9.
Yeah, 9 days.
Got it.
All right. So what about this seems difficult or feels like something you might not be able to do on your own?
No, I feel like I can do this. Got it pretty down.
Great.
Yeah.
What else should we work on tonight then? More of this? I mean, do you have an idea of what might be on the quiz?
I mean, this is pretty much everything from what I know. I think we can do something else. I don't have any other papers though or anything.
That's okay. I mean, I can make some stuff out by just, or we can just do some SAT prep. There is kind of some regression stuff in SAT that could be useful here.
Yeah, sure.
I'm I'm not sure. I mean, there's only so much of this that I think you can, I mean, you did 2 examples, lots of similarities.
Yeah.
All right. See if I can find some thing here. All right. So yeah, I do have some questions we can do. You're not graded on your work here, so just if you need to write something down, but
Got it.
here's kind of a question like we've been looking at. I'll let you read it, see if you can interpret it. Take about a minute or 2 before you give me an answer.
Okay. All right, I think I got it. 16.
Okay, so when x is 6.5, notice I'm not even reading the problem. I'm just going up to where x is and then bouncing and hitting right there.
Right.
So yes, that is correct.
Got it.
All right, let's look for another question here. Yeah, here's another question. You may need a calculator for this one.
Okay.
You can also sort of estimate it without.
I think it'd be 52.83.
Okay, and how confident are you in your answer?
I'm pretty confident, but not as confident. The last one I was like 100% sure in. This one I sort of have 2 answers, but I feel pretty confident about this one.
Okay, so I think maybe the challenge on this one, and I'm not sure if you're right or wrong, is are they giving you the width or are they giving you the length? That's what you're trying to decide here. So it looks like they're giving you the width, 19,
Yeah.
which is the x value. So one of the things you could do here, again, like you can use the equation. You can also just sort of guesstimate, like, all right, it's probably about there. And that's about 52.
Yeah. That's what I did.
Or you could actually go and sit here and say, okay, it's 1.67 times 19 plus 21.1.
Gotcha.
All right. Let's look at another one here. Let's see if, okay. Yeah, this is good. This is a good one here. It's real quick. All right, let's take a look at this.
D.
D.
No, D.
D. Okay. Yeah. And you can always type it in the chat if you're unable to.
My bad, I
speak.
was muted.
It's okay. I've been there. It's tough to.
No, yeah, D.
All right. So here we go. How many of the 9 people? Yeah, that's correct. All right. So here's another one here. Take a look at this. Might take a little longer because there's more words, but it's definitely doable.
Okay. Four.
All right. So how many of the 9 people have actual height that differs by more than 3 centimeters from height of the predicted? So you're looking for points, and I'll give you an example of one that is more than 4. This one is more than 4.
Yeah.
Okay, that one's for sure. That one for sure. And then it's like, well, what about these other ones? And you're just literally counting. And I agree, it is 4.
Got it.
Does this seem difficult to you?
No, yeah, I got that down.
Yeah, I don't think it's too bad. The SAT, ACT do include questions, more like statistics questions like we're doing here. So this will be
Yeah.
great practice for you. All right, new question here. There's one thing you might do is look at the answers here and decide what's similar, what's different about them to be able to try to answer this.
Okay. Would this be? I guess I should solve it out.
Do you have was that an answer or just sort of
Almost.
out loud thinking thought?
Yeah, almost.
Okay.
Is it A?
A is, when you look at A has a y-intercept of -7.
Yeah.
Let me try to show you where that is.
Oh, never
Here's
mind.
7, here's minus. So,
Yeah. Okay. So this would have to be positive. Oh, but then it's a negative correlation, so minus X of D.
I heard that. Is that right?
Yeah.
Good, very good. Yeah, and that's what you're trying to do. When I said looking at the answers, what I wanted you to see is that 2 of them had a positive intercept.
Yeah.
Two of them had positive slopes, 2 had negative slopes. You can use some things to reduce the answers. Doesn't always work, but it is a general guidance strategy here. All right, of course. Oh, I'm sorry, I just got the wrong thing going. There we go. Back to Sorry, let me make that a little larger. There it is.
Sweet. I'm gonna go with 10. It is 10 under right where it hits the line of best fit. Is that right?
So let's see here for the player with 450 at bats, predicted by line of best fit. Okay. So if you bat 450 times,
Mhm.
how many fewer than, okay, so you said about 10. Yeah, yes, that is correct. Okay, good. Really good. All right. Do you want me to keep going here? I've got, there's 1,000 questions.
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to you. Sometimes it's like, more of the same. It's like, yep, more of the same.
Yeah.
All right, let's,
D.
okay. And what's your confidence in this?
Pretty confident. Feel good about
So
this.
4.45. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So somewhere right in the middle, we go with a different color. I'd probably go 170. Now you're looking at it through a screen. You don't have it right in front of you.
Wait, okay, so 4 point. The length of
4.4. So there's 4.4.
Okay, yeah, that's more fair. I guess, yeah. It's close.
Yeah. So sometimes there's questions that, and these are come from test prep materials I've got. It's not, you wouldn't see one where there's any gray vagueness, but it could go either way. You gotta be careful there with that. Big thing is I'm just saying you totally understand this stuff. So
Yeah.
we'll just do one more here and call it.
Wait, so it's asking for how much is greater? Right
Yeah,
here.
basically, how is it above, below, but by how much?
Six times.
Okay, so okay, yeah, I see how you're doing that. How many of the trees and samples number growth greater than the predicted by the 9? Okay, yes, it is 6. Good. So sometimes it's just as simple as counting, and
Yeah.
sometimes it's simple as just getting the mouse to work. Okay, good job today. We're going to stop the recording right there.